That's what
So
he looked
yeah,
like
let's
on Monday
go
night.
Group D. Let's go Group D.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, Group D. My first place, England.
Yep.
Second, Croatia. Third, Scotland, and fourth, Czech Republic.
All right.
Scotland. I feel like England Scotland is gonna be a fantastic game to watch. I reckon Scott McTominay is gonna be a real problem for England because he
Yeah.
knows the players, he knows the systems, he knows the gaps to exploit.
Yep.
He's gonna be a real threat.
Hmm.
Plus, I'd love to see Billy Gilmore playing, and I think a voice next to Billy Gilmore, like Scott, will be a really good duo in midfield. And yeah, it's exciting. That's a very exciting match. And Croatia.
Hmm.
Croatia is always a very solid national team, but I think England is going to get the first place. Harry Kane wants to score goals. Sancho wants to confirm the Man United deal. England needs to step up.
Yeah.
And it's a pity, I just want to slot this in, that Tomori didn't get selected for England. Uh, that shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. Absolute beast at AC Milan. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be England, Croatia, Scotland, Czech Republic.
Yeah, yeah, that Fikayo Tomori, that is tough. But I think even tougher is the
Mm-hmm.
whole Trent Alexander-Arnold thing. I mean, for
So
the
true.
guy, first off, to be doubted as much as he was heading into it, and we all know he did not have his best year, but yet he's still led by far key passes. He's still led in many different qualities that you can find a way to fit into your 11, right?
I
And then
agree.
for him to get called in against all the doubters, and you and I were both very vocal about how we felt he absolutely needed
Mm-hmm.
to be there. He gets injured and he's gone. So, who they call
I
in
agree.
next?
And
And unfortunately, I don't think Tamori's even able to be called, but he might be. I don't know. But like a Ben Godfrey, I would love. I think you and I both would love to see a character, a guy like Ben Godfrey, get his chance. I don't know how much he'll
I
actually
agree.
see, but the versatility that he provides, just the determination and just the sheer will, you know that kid is going to give you absolutely everything if he even gets some time on the pitch. But Alexander Arnold, that's just a tough one. Does that alter my course for England? No. England one, Croatia two, and I
Mm,
also do have Scotland at three. Czech Republic was my two up until that Italy game. Not true. Not
mm,
true. But Czech Republic was pretty tough to watch, and they didn't have Suchek in there. They didn't have. They certainly didn't have Adam Hozek, the 18-year-old I really like from Sparta Prague. But I really do think that this is a toss up. Not all across the board because England is just free and clear right now. But man, those two through
yeah,
four, it's going to be a battle for that second and third spot, and you never know. They might eat each other,
I agree.
and it might be tough. So the other person I got to throw out there, and really give a shout out to is Bukayo Saka. He's going to be instrumental for them, and he was just named, I believe, right, Arsenal Player of the Season, right?
I don't
Um,
know, but he scored his first professional England goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about
For
this. This,
first
this was
team.
his last week, Alex. His last week, right? Named Arsenal Player of the Season, scores his first English goal, nominated for Premier League and PFA Young Player of the Year, all in literally the last 6 days. So you got to be happy for a guy with such a tough season that Arsenal had. He was the shining star all throughout, right?
He's definitely a wonder kid. That's
Yes,
what
he
he
did.
is. He's definitely a wonder kid.
We are loose with that
So yeah,
term,
let's go.
but
Yeah,
not
for
with
sure.
him. Yeah. So Group
Group
E,
E.
let's
Okay,
do
you
it.
start now. This one.
All right, this one's a little more cut and dry for me. It's Spain one,
Mm.
Sweden two, um, and to be honest,
Mm.
I don't have I don't have Poland squeaking in. I just don't think there's a supporting
No,
cast for Poland. I just don't. And
you
you've
know.
seen
Mm,
you've seen it in years past.
sorry.
I'm sorry, you've seen it in tournaments past. What with the Polish roster do you see that changes our mind? Right?
Well,
Um,
I just like I just need to say this. Like Messi wants to win Copa America.
yeah.
Conte wants to win Euros. Lewandowski wants to pass the group stage at least.
Sure.
Lewandowski is a man on a mission right now. He wants to win the Ballon d'Or. And the second place, feel like it's Poland. It's a man on a mission. We're talking about Lewandowski here. Sweden have Isaac, and Poland have Lewandowski. I know the supporting cast is very important, but a player like him, like Sweden, a team that always had Ibra, now Poland has Lewandowski. These are players that are world class. It's no bold statement saying Lewandowski is world class. And I know Kulusevski, Forsberg, Isaac, good players, but 1, Spain, 2, Poland.
We agree to disagree.
We disagree here.
Yeah.
But the beauty on this is we'll know the answers.
Yeah,
we'll know
of
the
course.
answers.
Of course. And there's a difference here too, and this is actually supporting your argument in that this is Lewandowski's always been a world-class striker, right? And he's been through major tournaments before, and it really hasn't panned out the way. And to be honest, Lewandowski has not been the guy scoring 10 goals in a tournament, and that tells you all you need to know. But I think he only had 2 in the World Cup. Am I right? Right?
I actually don't know. I don't know
yeah,
this
I think he did. And when it comes down to it, though, the difference here is, he's coming off a 41-goal season. Okay, and I am very wary of that. But unfortunately, he's not, in my mind, he's not the guy that can take the game by the scruff of the neck and basically beat 3 points out of these teams unless he gets service. And if he can't get service, then I don't know. And with that said, I actually do like some of the young guys on Poland's team, right? We talked about Kozlowski. We've talked about, I like Jacob Motor a lot, who's actually being given the chance to have an impact with Poland. But I just think Sweden's a better team collectively to get through the group stages. And that 3 spot, I think, is going to get taken by somebody else we've already talked about. So agree to disagree, Alex.
Let's see. Now, let me take the reins on this group. The group of death. Group F. France, Portugal, Germany, and Hungary. So my number 1, France. 2nd, Portugal. 3, Germany. 4, Hungary. The Portugal-France game is going to be a final that we're going to see beforehand.
Yes,
because Portugal really want to prove themselves and show that now we are a team that can match the French national team. I know we don't have the same depth, true, but we have something to prove. We won it. We won the Euros. Yeah. So
you didn't have the depth. You didn't have the depth 5 years ago either. So
true.
And you still won the tournament.
I wanted to say this too. I warned everyone. I don't know the episode, but you know this. I warned that Bruno Fernandes wouldn't start for Portugal, and in the Euros now, the prep games, we're seeing that Moutinho is Fernandes' choice. Daniel Pereira, Sergio Oliveira, and Bruno Fernandes.
And it also doesn't look like Nuno Mendes is his preferred left back either.
Wait. He had some minutes. Give him the time. Nuno Mendes is 18. Look, Breton, I'm serious. When I see all those comments saying Nuno Mendes, I think, you will know how good he is. I'm so hopeful with him. I'm so hopeful. And you'll see. I want him to prove himself in the Euros. We called it. Well, I called it more on this one. And we'll see. But
if it's anyone other than Rafael Guerrero, I would say absolutely you're right, but I just don't see him taking his spot. But hey, I would love to see an 18-year-old get his dues. Not really.
And João Felix.
All right, and it was I mean, did that make you? Was that just a friendly thing, or he started up top? Did he not?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
But I wanted to do a shout out in the Portugal-Spain match because Fernandes' style of play, I did warn people, is not the most attractive, and we need to expect that maybe I wouldn't be surprised if we got third on draws, and then we would go through and by the chance, I don't know, and absolutely win the tournament just by going third in the groups. It wouldn't be a surprise to me, but the Ferran Torres I saw against Spain, Portugal, he was so good.
Yeah.
I was so surprised with how good Ferran Torres looked, and I was not impressed. I was not impressed, and I really hope Portugal comes better in the next games.
All right. Well, my Group F, France 1, Portugal 2. My number 3 is Germany, and we also have to remember, and I think they're better than this, but
Mm.
What do they always say, right? I've said this before about investing. You don't take past performance and automatically assume that future performances are going to come from that.
Mm-hmm.
But Germany lost to North Macedonia, right? They
Yeah.
lost six zip, I believe. Was it to Spain?
Yeah,
I
I think
forget.
that was a big match. There was a big
Yeah.
loss. Germany had a
But I'm
big loss.
also not going to bet against the Joshua Kimmich, right? I'm not going to bet against a lot of these guys. They have a spine. They have some young guys. I think Kai Havertz is going to show up, and I think they'll still eke through on third place. But you're going to hear I have them making a wave in the knockout rounds. So France, Portugal, Germany, and we also got to mention you probably were going to say this, and I'm stealing your thunder right now. But Ruben Dias, one of four? He's now the fourth defender ever to win Premier League Player of the Season. Is that correct?
Yes, Ruben Dias won the Premier League Player of the Season.
Yeah.
Ruben Dias, can I say he's not the best center back in the world, because I want Virgil van Dijk to be fit and us to have the opportunity to see them both clash. Plus the Ligt coming up too. But Ruben Dias right now, I wouldn't mind having him in the team of the season. No. And that's not a bold statement. Like, he deserves. He won the Premier League, Champions League finals. Yes, it didn't go as well because we talked about this. Come on, where's the defensive midfielder? He needed a bit of help in that game. And congratulations, Ruben Dias. Like Seychelles Academy, bora bora. That's it.